far as accidents and perceived problems. It's very normal with a one-way street that people could perceive there's problems, but there's no factual problems you can represent to the committee today.
The streets Councillor Orser are referring to are Bruce Street and Elmwood Avenue, two parallel roads in London that after 60 years could be seeing a drastic change in terms of how cars will be able to use them. The change in question refers to the conversion of these streets from the one-way format to the two-way format, a change which Councillor Denise Brown urges the Council to consider.
It's my understanding that Old South Community Association has been trying to have that done for years, which is why I brought it forward.
In terms for keeping the two streets consistent with the one-way format, residents argue that conversion will be expensive, one-way streets provide less traffic, and more street parking is available. On the other hand, residents argue that conversion to a two-way street format will be safer by erasing confusion and lowering the speeds of oncoming drivers. Before the meeting even began this afternoon, it looked unlikely any changes were to be made, as 12 of the 14 letters written by residents of the street were against changing the street format from one-way to two-way.
And one of the concerns about making it a two-way, we'd be worried if the speeding then could just go both ways.
I feel that actually I'm against the changeover to two-way.
I'd like to see things stay the way they are.
Although most were against the motion, there were still those at the meeting who voiced their opinions for change, and what they lacked in numbers, they made up for in passion.
One-way streets are referred to as car sewers by most progressive city planners, and they're not conducive to neighborhoods.
People don't have any idea that we have small children on the street, we have pets, and I think anybody who thinks that having a two-way makes it unsafe for children doesn't realize the speed of some of those cars that are going down our street, because they are just flying down the street.
When asked, Councillor Stephen Orser gave his own unique opinion on how to make the roads safer without changing their format.
I stay on point. I like to hit the bullseye. We hit the bullseye tonight, and that's don't change a thing, make it safe, stop the speeders. If I had my way, like I said, spike belts, that'd stop a speeder any day.
After all opinions were heard and the council members convened, it appears that change is far on the horizon for Bruce Street and Elmwood Avenue, as the council members voted 4-0 to keep the streets one-way roads. For Fanshawe Learns, I'm Daryl Evans.